I'm right on time.
Well, that was a good one.
So far, no sign of gold, which means we need to expand our search perimeter to include the woods. Where is he?
I love
I
Alice.
told you we got this. We'll find gold.
Not gold, Henry. Mom, there's only one way to fix everything that's tearing us apart. I have to destroy
The source of all of our problems. I got this in text. What does he mean? What is the source of all of our problems? What is he going to destroy?
Well, I think I can answer that. The Olympian crystal and all the magic tethered to it. Would it be my grandson is outsmarted us all? Uses authorial power to steal the crystal right out from under my nose.
Would Henry even do that? Destroy magic?
We better hope he doesn't.
Why?
What happens if Henry succeeds?
Considering this time was built with magic, what do you think will happen?
He would never destroy magic if he knew it could hurt us.
I'll be sure to tell him that right before I take the crystal back.
Don't you dare go near my son.
Sorry, dearie. He's threatening me now.
Where are you going?
I just lost Robin. I'm not about to lose Henry too.
I know, but we have to be smart about this. Gold doesn't know where Henry is any more than we do.
And now she's a smart one.
I don't remember inviting you to come along. You benched me. Now I bench you.
Even if I know how to find Henry?
Damn.
All right. Sheriff Swan. Where is he?
I think after all those times he ran away, I wouldn't put a GPS app on his phone. Let's get to the boat. We have to catch up to him.
Where's he headed?
Boston.
Okay, well, so far the beginning of this episode has started off complicated. When Emma was about to tell Regina, that Hook has now come back from the underworld, all things went to hell with Rumpelstiltskin again. Like always, he now craves more power, which is like this man. He is very obsessed with power, and that he'll do whatever it takes to save whoever he cares about, which I know he does care a lot about Belle, but he is very, very more obsessed with power. And what he doesn't know, I think it's like with people, it's like they say, that quote, those with power tend to lose that power, or those with power tend to abuse it. And in this case, I think someone with so much power can really cause a lot of destruction. And Rumple is he's just a madman. As the Dark One, I guess, because he has no feelings. He has no, I don't know if his heart's going to become dark again. I don't remember that much. Like after now, he's become one combined with all the Dark Ones in the past. I don't know if his heart is going to go back to growing pure dark again. Where was I going with this? When he said that, when Regina tells him, better not go near my son, which is Henry, and he replies, I'm sorry, dearie, but he's threatening me now. It's like, now he's back to the Rumpelstiltskin that wanted to kill Henry, I think in season 2, when he found out that Henry could be his own doing. And I wonder if that prophecy still stands, because it looks like Henry is going to be his own doing if he gets rid of magic. But yeah, what is the price if Henry destroys magic? Like, well, not destroys it, like just completely gets rid of it. What would be the price? It's like Rumple says. In order to get rid of magic, you have to use magic, and Henry is using magic, and magic always comes with a price. But in this case, if you destroy magic, what is going to be the price? That's what I'm like so interested in knowing. When I continue to see the rest of this episode, I'm really curious. Like, I would think it would be much better because now everybody won't have to rely on magic. Everyone would just have to live a normal life and struggle like how everyone else does. Live in the real world, reality, instead of fantasy. And then, because Henry has a point when he was talking to, I forgot her name, the other little girl who lost her mother to magic. Magic has been the problem from the very beginning. It happened to his mom, Regina, Rumple, everybody who encountered magic always ended up paying a price, especially Emma. So I'm on Henry's side a little bit. Part of me is like on Henry's side, like, well, yeah, let's try to get rid of magic. But part of me is like, but what are the consequences? You know, like if Belle's put to sleep with a sleeping curse, does that mean she'll die? You know, like what's gonna happen there? And yeah, that which would explain why Rumple is so eager to stop Henry before Henry does the biggest mistake of his life. But we'll just have to keep watching. And it's funny now. Another thing I want to point out, how Regina, is going through a tough time. I understand her. She's upset. She's lost a second love of her life. And then Emma comes in, tends to ruin everything. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's like, how many times has she like ruined everything close to the end of the season? I think at the end of season 3, when she brought back Maid Marian to Robin, just ruined Regina's life. Although she did not ruin Regina's happiness in this one. Robin Hood sacrificed himself. But it just seems like, all of a sudden, like I said in the other video, I don't think it was fair that Emma got Hook back. I would have been okay with Hook being dead. But I know a lot of you Wanser fans were happy that he was back. To me, in my opinion, I would have been okay if he was dead. Just so, like, that's life. Once you're dead, you can't come back. But, of course, once upon a time, and since there's a lot of Wanser fans, because Hook is so darn attractive, y'all want him to be in the show, which is why I believe the reason why he stuck around in this show was because of his good looks. Yes, I give him props that he is a good-looking man. They made him look handsome, but at the same time, it's like, all right, one of them's got to go. And I was okay with Robin's death, but at the same time, I wasn't, because poor Regina was not fair to her. But at the same time, Robin was like not really there, as like one of the main characters. I mean, he was, but he wasn't there that much. I think maybe the reason why, it's just a theory, they killed him off is because maybe he was not getting enough time to be in the show anymore, unless they were just going along with the story. But it seems that the creators of Once Upon a Time, whatever's happening in reality, like, with some of the actresses going through their pregnancies, my theory, the reason why Belle's not in none of these episodes so far, is because she's still taking care of her baby. She needs to be absent and taking care of her baby. Same thing with Snow. Why did they take her off? Which was fine. She had to take care of her baby. That's just my theory. I'm not too sure. But it just seems like what is going on right now, they seem to try to work around it forcefully. And I think that's good, because in a way it kind of does work out for them in some parts. But at the same time, I think when they try too hard, it kind of like messes up the story. Like, I don't know, because then when something's happening, then they're going to like, oh, we're going to have to change the story a bit than what we had in mind. Let's have it go this direction, and then just be like, well, it's a drama show. Like, what else can we do? Which I understand. It must be tough. So, but yeah, now that, anyways, back to Emma and Regina. It's funny how when Emma was going through that difficulty trying to accept that Hook's death, and and then also when Hook had to tell Emma, you have to go to the real world and save yourself, I have to stay behind, and Emma did go back to the real world, and she was like just upset, and people were telling her, you need to calm down because you're not in the right mind right now, you need some time off, let us try to handle it. And now look at her, she's trying to tell Regina to like calm down, maybe you need some time alone. It's like, Emma, like, hello, you need to remember, you need to understand like where Gina's coming from. I would think like, look, Regina's not going to stop no matter what you tell her. You should know, Emma, because you were in her shoes. But at the same time, I think Emma knows, like, yeah, I was once in her shoes, which is why I'm going to speak up. I need to tell her something, like, I was not also in the right mind too when Hook had to stay in the underworld, and I was just upset. You right now are trying to, cope with Robin Hood's death. You need time to think. You need time to cope or whatever. But it's funny how it switches like that. So it's like, yeah, that's why I was like, if I was Regina, I would have been like, oh, you are benching me, now I'm going to bench you. Like, don't give me that. Because, yeah, I understand Regina. She's upset. I would be upset too if the love of my life that I'm trying so hard to make my life a good one, and like correct all the mistakes I've done in the past, and just live a happy, simple life, stress free. And then this happens. It's like, of course I'm gonna be pissed because it's like nothing seems to be going my way. But right now, I think she's doing good so far, being strong. So I give props to that character. I think she's... Well, we have to see the rest of this episode. I'm going to stop it right here. I'm going to continue watching the rest of this episode. Thank you all for watching this. Oh yeah, in the beginning of I just saw the commercial of Alice through the looking glass. I'm very excited to see that film. It looks like it's going to be better than the first one. Which I could talk about in another video. But I'm excited. I love fantasy films. And I like that joke with the cat, the Cheshire Cat, when he's like, "No, I'm exactly on time." I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it." So I'm excited for that one. So thank you guys once again. Feel free to share your comments and what you think about this episode so far, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Take care, guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.